And we're gearing up for a very exciting encounter. And we should be, I think the toss has happened, and we should be taking some from the news from the toss. We have that lined up and hoping that we can get that now.
We're about to see the toss for match number 8. South Castries versus Micoud. I'm about to give South Castries Captain Johnson Charles the coin for toss. Heads. Heads call. It's heads.
Yeah, we've won the toss. A little bit of rain around. We're gonna bowl first.
You want me to talk about the rain?
I think right now it doesn't look like it will last long. But we played against the defending champions, against my good friend Johnson Charles. So if we restrict them to a low total, hopefully we could chase it down in the second inning.
So it's the Lions versus the Eagles?
The Lions versus the Eagles, two very dominant animals. May the best team win.
Normally you've never seen a lion take on an eagle.
May the best team win. May the best team win. Jono, good luck, eh?
It's always wise when there is weather around, rain around to bowl first. But having that said, we have to bat first and just post a good total and put the batting under pressure.
You've just seen what happened here a while ago, 116. What will be the total you're looking at?
We're looking for anything above 100, and I'm backing my bowlers to defend it because I know we have good bowlers. So anything over 100 should be defendable.
What does it feel like to be back in cricket action?
Oh, it's lovely. Always, it feels good when you're playing cricket. That's my love, that's my job, that's my passion. So it feels good. So hopefully the rain will just wet up the eagles' wings, feathers, and ruffle them up.
Our play is about to start, and short down the leg side, a warm-up ball. So 1 on the board with South Castries batting first. Again, the prevailing continues stay, but it's a lot brighter. I think we have seen the last of the rain for the day, hopefully. Just a delivery that Johnson Charles flicks away, but it's wide outside the leg stump, and Johnson Charles couldn't get the batter onto it. So this is not good bowling by Shallery. Just too far down the leg side.
Yes, terrible start there by Shallery. Not the first time we have seen him start an over with 2 wides.
Shallery once more goes in. Charles gets a wide delivery this time, not down the leg side, but on the offside.
Non-striker. Non-striker. View. Go and view is about.
Yeah.
So trying once more here is hoping the radar is working, and that finally is into the off stump and played away by Charles. So 1 off the bat, so to speak. 1 off the bat, so to speak. But not a good start.
Not a good start indeed by Shallery, but this is not, like I didn't get reds. This is not the first time we have seen Shallery start his over with quite a few wide deliveries.
So Charles 1, Leo, the left-hander, about to take strike. And Shallery starting to move in to bowl to Leo. That's pulled down towards mid-on, well inside the circle, so not deep enough he was. So look for the single. So 4 without loss is over number 1. So the defending champions batting first. Leo with a very wide stance. Waits for Shalri to come in. And this is looking to drive at that. He gets, in fact, it seems to be struck in that sensitive area as he goes down for the count. Looking to drive, and the ball came into the body, and belatedly he just took to the ground. This is the second time we have seen this happen since this tournament started. Well, Greg?
Today, I would like to introduce you to the fixed special deposit. What's so special about this deposit? It is all about you, the customer. The interest rates and maturity periods are negotiable. That's how special this is. The special deposit instrument was designed to meet the needs of those who cannot be accommodated within the existing investment options. For more information on our special deposit and other investments, call Fix today at 458-8700 or 458-8740 or email Fix at info@fixlimited.com. Fix, firm and upright.
But Leo look like he's ready to face Shalri once again.
Yes, well, he took the count, but he's up maybe just before the count ended. This is a good delivery. Pitched up and climbing. He started to move forward, the left-hander, spotted it, and taken by the keeper. So 4 without loss. We're still in the first over. The bragging rights are available to the team that wins this contest. Can you imagine the chatter that will take place? Charlie bowls, and again, a good delivery. I mean, this is not pitched back. This is pitched up and seaming away.
Yes, good steep bounce there by Shalri. Leo just unable to make any contact.
Still, the wind is with us. And that wind is going to take the ball away from the left-hander. Sammy employing virtually a slip in a very fine gully. And this time he makes contact as he comes forward. Very watchfully, very crab-like. Pushes out to the offside as the over is completed. So after the first over, 4 without loss, the returns for the batting team not as good as they would want.
Not the sort of start that Captain Johnson Charles would have wanted, but to be fair to him, he was off the strike for most of this over. Shalri started badly again, first few deliveries, and really came back well, and only conceding 4 runs in the over.
We talked about the importance of Millionaires, the importance of Charles to the South Castries innings. He needs to bat as many overs as possible.
Yes, certainly. Charles, Collinius Calendar, and even Xavier Gabriel. We have also the likes of Wayne Clovis is in there. So there's still a fair bit of batting in that South Castries lineup.
Second over upcoming, and Charles in strike. Should be over of, I think, off spin, if I remember well. And Sammy wants the backward point to go a little further to the right. And this is a delivery cut away and cut away well. Too short, not the length that Darren Sammy will want his off spinner to bowl. And cut away down the third man, maybe off the inner part of the bat, didn't go to backward point. Sammy was hoping for 8 without loss. Just too short, and Sammy having a long conversation.
Yes, young Edwards, right on this occasion, did not attempt to spin. I thought he just looked to fire this one in, and it was short, wide outside the off stump, and Charles gave it the treatment.
A little bit of moisture on that ball. This is short, and luckily Charles hits it hard into the ground, and Sammy from cover coming across and pick it up. And again, another discussion with Sammy, maybe pleading to his bowler to get it stump to stump, keep it simple. and don't bowl too short because there's so many options for the batsman. This is an option down to a square leg and goes over the boundary. Moment it looked like there was a chance of a catch. Square leg came around, but it dropped in front of him and kicked over. So 12 on the board. And I think we was bear in mind that the ball is picking up moisture. As he goes in, and that's turned very fine. They will take the quick signal as Leo comes through, and almost some overthrows, but backed up eventually by the man down at the opposite end. 13 without loss. 13 without loss. Sammy wants the back point on the boundary to come in. Let's see how the field will eventually settle. Square leg has gone out. There's a fine leg inside the circle. Mid wicket, long on, very wide. Mid off is deep cover, extra cover in the circle. That's Leo off the back foot. Makes no contact. Keeper whip the bails off, but no appeal. Last delivery of the second over. And that's hit in the air and out towards square cover, out by the scoreboard, and 4 more runs. So a disastrous over, too many runs coming. Charles is 10, 13 without loss, 13 without loss after 2 overs.
Remember me? Still standing, I see. It took me 8 minutes to get to you from New Village, 5 minutes if I ran. You told me I could become somebody, anybody if I put my mind to it. I saw the world through your eyes and it was mine to conquer. That's my Castries.
Confidence is very important in anything you do, and he just didn't seem to be confident. I don't know if the moisture was the problem, because the ball is going to be wet for quite a little while before the wind and the drying forces of the whatever little sun might be peeping through. So Leo 4, Charles is 10 off 5 balls, Leo 4 off 7, and the current rate 8.50. Jules it is, the move in, no slip. Sammy using Jules, and that's hitting high in the air, chance for a catch, and well taken. Difficult catch, he had to be running back, and the very important wicket of Johnson Charles going for 10. Ball outside the off stump, he launched into the shot, took the outer edge, and good catch with the fieldsman running back to take that catch. Excellent work. That was not the easiest catch in the world.
Yes, good catch there by Movin, was having to run back and then run to his left, and the ball dropping quickly, but good effort there by Wells to see the back of Johnson Charles. Certainly this is one of the batters you would want to get very early, because he can be very destructive.
Yes, I think Charles had to be as selective as possible, but he thought he saw it. It was a big bet fruit, but didn't hit it into the sweet bread of the bat, as they used to say in the old days, where you had a linseed oil and you had a bit of piece of cloth, and you will put linseed oil to cure the bat, so to speak. So 17 for 1. We're in the third over. 17 for 1 in the third over. And Charles going.
He's been replaced by his older brother.
So one Charles depart and another Charles appear. And brother, not similar, left-hander, tugs it out to square leg, Again, the delivery just back of a length. And managing to get some bat onto it. So he is 1. Leo is 5, and the total goes to 18 for 1. 18 for 1. We're in the third over. Behind the asking rate, if they're going to get up towards 10 and over. There's Leo, 5. Waits for Jules. Jules goes in and dropped. Pushed at it. Sammy stretched the right hand out. Maybe just taking the fingers. Sammy normally a pretty safe pair of hands. But that maybe just hitting the tip of the hand. But unfortunately also drop catch going for 4. 22 for 1.
Yes, Cameron Charles has been given a life. First delivery there, getting the outer edge, and Sammy going to his right, but couldn't pull off this catch and just parry the ball into the footman boundary for 4.
Charles 4, that's short, an almighty heave, almost losing his shape as he tried to make contact. But it is in fact a wide signal, so 1 more to the total, 23 for 1. Charles 4, Leo 5. We're in the middle of the third over. There's going to be Jules to move in. Balls, and that's height away in the air and caught down at long on. So Edwards taking the catch, judged it well, and the body gave the catch. Almost took it into a midriff area. So another loss for South Castries, 2 for 23. Charles going for 4.
Yes, Kemal Charles replacing his younger brother, Johnson Charles, and both going in the same over. So certainly Micoud Eagles would be very satisfied with the progress at this stage.
So 23 for 2. 2 deliveries left in the third over. And the new batsman strides. The calendar comes out. But these two nearly maybe to battle these 2 or 3 overs. But together and try and get some runs on the board. They're struggling at 23 for 2, 23 for 2. The brothers Charles have departed, so to speak. Leo is still there at 5, but he's soaked up 8 balls.
Yes, Leo has not light up the stage at all.
Jules, last delivery comes in. Leo swings at that. So they're looking to play off the back foot. They thought that was the last ball. My apologies. 4 balls gone. So much seemed to be happening. Sammy has gone for 2 slips. The second slip has a step up in the first, as if he feels the ball might not necessarily carry. Jules. And that's high in the air. It's going to be dropping and stopping. It didn't kick on over the boundary. It was like a golf shot, just dropping and just not going any further. So 2 important runs added. 25 are now on the board, 25 on the board. And we have in fact completed the third over.
Yes, but importantly, the Charles brothers are back in the hut, and these 2 certainly Reds can be very destructive if given a chance. But Collins' calendar, a lot would be dependent on him. He is the other person who really could get the South Castries Lion to a very respectable score. He can be very destructive. I can tell you, saw him play a tip ball match sometime last year, and he could make any total just disappear in a very few overs.
I think in the circumstances, 90 will be a score they will settle for.
Yes, I think they would be happy to get to 90, as much as Captain Johnson Charles did indicate he would love 100 runs, but considering the situation they're at, I think they would do well to get to 90.
So Sabi imprinted, and that's edging and falling just in front of slip. Sami coming into the attack, bowling medium pace. So Jules has had 1 over for 8 runs, and yet to score. Leo is 7. And Sami comes in, and that's almost on the full toss, and swings it down towards long leg. And return comes in, 1 more to the total, 26-2. Making a little heavy wet of the scoring. You really need to find the boundaries more often. So Narasami wants a couple of changes. He wants Bidon to be straight to mid-wicket, to come around to his right. Those are the changes made. And Lansami, yeah. Lansami coming around the wicket. The left-handed Leo. Leo flicks it away, and there'll be 4 runs. Wouldn't be stopped outside the leg stump. There's a fine leg, but he's inside the circle. Badly lined. Very important runs here. Picked up 30 for 2 and down the wrong line.
Yes, just angling into the pads of Leo, just getting it past the short fine leg shoving Charles, who only had to go to the boundary to retrieve. So 4 valuable runs there for Leo and the South Castries Lions.
3.3 overs ball is 2 for 30. Sami comes in to the left hand. Leo drives and is caught behind. And now given. Straight away for the body language, you felt that they were fairly confident that Leo had gone caught behind of Sami. And it was confirmed by the umpire. It's 3 for 30. We've had some 3.4 overs bowled, and South Castries are slipping a bit for 30 for 3, and really needs to have someone coming up and putting their hands in the air and trying to find the boundaries very, very often.
Yes, Leo having faced some 12 deliveries, right? Only scoring 11 runs, really slow going for Leo, but one really has to credit Lansami for bowling just in the good areas, just outside the off-stump, encouraging him to go for the drive, and then he was smartly taken by wicketkeeper Gavin Siri Jr.
3 for 30. Canada is not on 1. And Greg feels he may be the man to propel South Castries to a decent score, a competitive score, give them a chance to stay in the game. Calendar and Clovis now getting together. Will this be the pair to see South Castries getting close to the 80 and 90 mark? But they really have to play catch-up.
Yes, a lot would ride on the partnership of Paulinus Calendar with Clovis presently, and I would think Zabri Gabriel to come next. So between these 3 players, I think they are the ones who really have to do the bulk of the batting to get South Castries Lions to a respectable score.
Sami, the ball to Clovis. And he moves in. Clovis to this delivery, swings that caught. Caught Sami, Darren, ball, Lansami. So he's got 2 scalps with 2 balls.
Yes, the second ball on a hat-trick.
So the Micoud Eagles continue to do well in this competition. They were the dark horses or the unknown quantity. Right now they got South Castries reeling at 30 for 4.
Yes, I'm certain that Darren Sammy would be enjoying that sort of performance against his former team. But yes, South Castries Lions really not at this stage, and they really need a batter to put his hands up and take them to a respectable score. But as I said, Reds, Colliers calendar is still out there, and if he gets going, he certainly could change the fortunes of South Castries for sure.
Sammy's figures 2 for 5. Very impressive. You want to take those figures home and show it to your family. So now we see Darren Sammy really giving further support. There are 3 slips. Once he comes back to first slip, I think that would be. So Sammy has got 3 slips. He's got a man close forward of the umpire. He got backward point, covered mid-off. Mid-on is straight because it's a fine leg.
Great support for Sammy in the slip area.
Yes, hoping that he could get his hat-trick.
Sammy goes in, and that's hit over the top. Whoa! That climb just over the head, dived up, and but it was really hit hard. So the hat-trick ball almost been a scorcher of a catch. As it goes into the boundary for 4, it's 4 for 34.
Yes, we saw the effort there by Darren Sammy Jr. So it would have been another Sammy, hot Sammy again. But yes, Edmund just getting this one outside the off stump and really throwing the kitchen sink at it, and went over the head of Darren Sammy Jr. and down to the cover boundary for 4. So he just barely escaped, giving Lance Sammy his hat-trick.
Yep. So the current rate, 8.50.
Get more with our Massey card. One card, many locations for your rewards. Earn points at all Massey stores and Massey card partners island-wide and watch your points grow. Visit our customer service desk at Massey stores or www.masseycard.com for more information. Enjoy the many benefits that only your Massey card can bring.
To talk about.
Well, Reds, there was once we played a game against a team from Poirley, and there were 11 Peters on the team.
I'll tell you a story when I was a very young man. That shot and caught down the leg side. The appeal has gone up, but the umpire does not confirm the appeal. A boy in the Escobo, where I come from, there was a team made up of, let me say, the family Ben. Ben brother, Ben uncle, Ben father, Ben cousin. There was 11 of them. Savvy to move in. He's going to bowl to Calendar. And Calendar tucks it out to the onside to square leg. Just going back and just tucking it around. Gets a single, rotates the strike. Calendar now comes, a chance to really propel the scoring forward. And maybe for the first time today, we can welcome the sun back, Greg.
Yes, the sun is certainly out in all its glory. The outfield is bathed in sunshine.
John Denver, the late John Denver, sings a song about the sun. What a talent. Died piloting his own plane. Well, Sammy hoping to land outside the line of the off stump. He does. Lands well, ball just curving away, so a dot ball in the scoring apparatus of Roland Cox. 4 for 35. Sammy, none for 1. The other Sammy was at 2 for 9. This is the delivery that drives him back. He goes back and steers it past the backward point and come back for the second. Should have done maybe better the backward point to stop that. Leaked the second run there. 35 for 4. 4.3 overs. It's nice to see the sun coming back. And here's hoping, Greg, we have it for the rest of the afternoon.
Well, hopefully, Reds. Against these two teams, we certainly would want a full game.
This is good delivery, choking the batsman slightly as he moves back to try and get onside of the ball following him and playing defensively. So 1 ball, and then we'll have a change of presenter. Cliver's Jews will come in. The boy from the far district with us, and a final heave, very muscular type of action, but good containing stuff here by the Samis. So his over only costing 3 runs. So after 5 overs, it's 4 for 37. And right now, I think South Castries Lions, well, not roaring all that well.
Not at all. Sami certainly would be happy with the performance of his troops. The halfway stage, South Castries Lions they're reeling on 37 for 4, not what Johnson Charles would have wanted, but this is just half of the inning, and with Calendar still out there, I think they're still in with the chance of putting a respectable score, Clivers.
Hello, Greg Wilson, and good afternoon. It's the Samis really is taking charge today for the Eagles against the Lions. The Lions are not rowing this afternoon, and Lance Sami will continue from the Players Pavilion, and this one is low full toss to Calendar, and Calendar is driving to a mid-on and come through for an easy run. The score moves on by 1 to 38. And yes, Greg Wilson, you mentioned Calendar. If he stays there and he can get into his stride, he can really push that score pretty close to the 80, if not past that.
Yeah, he's capable of doing that.
And dead ball as Lance Sami starts and stops. And he has a solitary slip in his captain and brother, Darren Sami. So it was interesting a while ago, caught Sami, bowled Sami, and young Darren Sami Jr. almost effecting the hat-trick for his uncle Lance Sami. And again, he has to press the reset button. Lance Sami is getting it mixed up there. I think a bit of excitement, having taken back-to-back wickets in the previous over.
Yes, like I would say, he still must be up. So he's very eager to run in.
And Edmund awaits, and he's trying to rump, and they go up. They all go up. He's given him. Lance Sami is having a golden afternoon. Golden afternoon for Lance Sami. He's taken another wicket for the Micoud Eagles.
Yes, Lance certainly is having a good day. He did not play the first 2 games. We saw him coming in for the last game yesterday, and certainly today it is his day, picking up some 3 wickets already in just 7 deliveries.
He's impressed his captain and brother Darren Sami once he got in yesterday afternoon. Not so much with the bat, but with the ball, and he earned himself a pick in this 11. And of course, I'm sure, judging by the afternoon that he's having, Lance Sami might be on the team for the next few encounters.
Yes, good performance indeed. I'm certain the team would be very buoyed by the fact that they know they were up against the defending champion, and knowing his brother was part of the team. There were a few players. Tariq again was part of the team. We always expected it to have been a competitive game, but at this stage of the game, it's almost a one-sided game.
Yes, Lance Sami and, of course, the rest of the Micoud Eagles have come together to tame the South Castries Lions, and this is a pretty tame effort at this point from the Lions. And Lance Sami, 1.2 overs, 3 for 10, excellent returns. And he has Merlan Sami, his partner on the other side, 1 over, a very miserly over from Merlan Sami, restricting the South Castries Lions to 38 for 5. What a position to be in. As Sami continues, and he's bowling to the new batter, Inglis. And Inglis is driving through extra cover out towards the boundary for 4. Excellent shot from Inglis.
Yes, certainly the shot of the innings so far. It was exquisitely driven through the cover region down to the boundary for 4. Lansami on this occasion just overpitching this one.
Just a bit too close to Inglis, and Inglis is coming forward and driving into the cover region, and a handsome 4 for him, taking the score to 42 for 5. Inglis is on 4 from 1 delivery, and this time he's back over late. Van Der going up. The umpire is not interested in this one. And Lansami went up in unison, the sweep, the bowler, and the wicketkeeper. But on this occasion, the umpire just turned away, and Inglis survives this one.
Yes. Good confident appeal there. Batsman getting one shot outside the off stump, really looking to cut. And we saw the Gavin Syria, the keeper, Darren Sammy at first slip, and Lance Sammy, the bowler, all went up, but to no avail.
Sammy again into Inglis, and this time he's over pitching. Inglis is driving into the cover region and finds Darren Sammy Jr. A little bit too well timed. He could not get the gap, and no run resulting. Inglis looks very good on the drive, Greg Wilson.
Yes, he's been pleasant on the eyes over.
Very pleasing on the eye is Inglis, and he waits. Sammy this time is shot outside off, and he's transgressed that marker there, and the umpire signals the wide, and rightfully so. Inglis, he should stay away from pitching up to Inglis. Inglis very, very pleasing on the eye. He's played 2 good shots in that particular area and looks very good as Sammy again bowls to him and back of a length, and the delivery that is just jacking back into him a bit, and he plays a defensive shot.
The easiest way to pay your Luselect bill is online on any of your secure devices. Go to www.myaccount.luselect.com on your phone, tablet, or computer. Have your electricity account number and meter number ready, and follow the step-by-step instructions to register and set up My Account. Voila! You can review your account and pay your electricity bill online directly to Luselect, or through your bank 24/7, anytime, anywhere. When you want to pay your bill, open My Account. Click on Pay Bill on the left of the page. Choose Pay My Bill by credit or debit card on the right to pay directly to Luselect. Continue to the payment website, complete credit or debit card details, and submit payment. Alternatively, if you have online banking and you want to pay through your bank, choose Pay Through Your Bank and select your bank from the list. Your bank's login page will open up. Sign in to pay your electricity bill through your bank via online banking. Pay Luselect bills online and get back to your life.
Merlan Sammy moves in, and this delivery is outside off stump, and Calendar is driving towards the boundary there. He will get that boundary in the cover region, and the ball was just teasing the fielder Lansami into the boundary, and the ball won that.
Yes, good shot there by Calendar. Just given a bit of room outside the off stump and drove this one through the cover area and got 4 valuable runs for his team.
And pushing the score to 47 for 5. Calendar moves to 7. Inglis is on 4. Sammy moves into Calendar again, and shot outside off, and Calendar is just guiding this one, not timing it cleanly, and of course Darren Sammy moves in from sleep and does the fielding, not before Calendar comes through for 1. Moving on to 8, the score moves on to 48 for 5, and we're into the 7th over. 6.2 overs gone. The current rate is 5.78, and you have Merlan Sammy having bowled 1.2 overs for 8. He's pretty economical at this point in time, and his brother Lance Sammy just completing 2 overs, 3 for 15. Very miserly 2 overs from Sammy. And Merlan Sammy is bowling now to Inglis, who's batting on 4, and he's up to Inglis, and Inglis is driving, pulling off the thick part of the outside edge and goes down towards Fullman. They come for 1, and they will complete the second run. Good running from Inglis.
Yes, good aggressive running indeed. Every run at this point is very valuable. So good running there, and the opportunity presented itself for 2 runs, and that he ensured that he got.
with that 2 runs, English moves to 6, and the 50 comes up for the Lions. The Lions seem to want to run now. Sammy, back of a length, and is guiding this one for backward point. Diving, Shervin Charles can't stop it, and they come through again for the second 2 of in succession. And English has moved to 12. The score 52 for 5. We're into the 7th over. A good running again from English.
Yes, good aggressive running. It's important that English has been keeping the scoreboard ticking.
He's kept the scorers busy. English, since he came in, Mulan Sami into him, and this time he's forward in defense. A delivery that just moved back into him slightly. English is forward in defense. A red dot ball for Sami. In this particular over, his first dot ball of the over. English remains on 8. The score 52 for 5. Mulan Sami, by his standards in this match, is proving a bit expensive. Now he's gone for 9 so fast. Can English do better? And English is pulling this one out towards square leg. The fielder, a deep square leg, comes around to his left and does the fielding. They come through for 1. The score moves on by 1 to 53. The over comes to a close. 53 for 5. Greg Wilson, better over for the Lions on this occasion.
Yes, certainly some 10 runs coming off this over, but with 3 overs remaining, the South Castries Ryan really needs to up the ante, especially Cornelius Calendar. A bit of slow going there by him. Just 8 runs of 7 delivery. So one would hope that he would want to up the ante and see if they could get perhaps an additional 30 runs. Just about 80 would be par. May not be sufficient, but something to work with.
I'm sure Calendar would be thinking about that. English, who will be on strike to Tariq Edward, he also would be thinking about that and trying to get as close to the 100 mark, but anything beyond the 80 would be a challenging total, would be a respectable total, might I add. So English and Calendar would have their eyes set on that, and with a mere 18 balls to go, they should look to get well past 30 runs within that 18 balls, and it will be Tariq Edward to bowl to English, and this delivery is on a length outside off, and he's pushing it into the offside. Darren Sammy comes through in the coverage and fields, and no run resulting. The score remains on 53. Darren Sammy Jr. It's Edward short again into English. English is just dabbing this one down to a short backward point where Shervin Charles is in the way. Another dot ball. The current run rate is dropping, and English is giving him the charge. This time it's in the air. Will he be the fielder coming on? The sweeper comes around and does the fielding. It's too well timed. They just come through for 1. English giving Tariq Edward the charge, and not timing it too well. Couldn't get the boundary on this occasion, but the score moves on by 1 to 54 goals.
Yes, a bit of slow batting there by English. At this stage, you really need to be getting the boundaries, or perhaps they should have been looking to get Cornelius Calendar on strike much earlier.
Certainly, and with 5 wickets, some 15 deliveries to go, he should, I'm sure, with 5 wickets, there are some wickets in hand, so he should not be worried about that. Is it a situation where he's worried about who's left in the hut?
I don't think so. I think it's more his ability to get the ball away to the boundary.
But it's Calendar to take strike to Edward for the first time in this over, and Calendar is back and looking to play on the offside, but beaten and through to wicketkeeper Serrier. A good piece there from Edward on this occasion. He's forcing Calendar back. This time Calendar is swinging. This one is wide, and of course signal. So Gavin Serrier displaying a bit of awareness there, trying to catch Calendar unawares, but Calendar was well grounded behind the line.
Yes, Calendar looking for the big booming drive outside the off-stump. But made no contact. Calendar certainly need to get back to ball. He needs to get a few boundaries if they are to get to anything respectable.
Uncharacteristically slow for Calendar. He's on 8 deliveries from 8 runs from 8 deliveries. Calendar, we know the power that he possesses, and if he can get to time it well, I'm sure he can push them closer to that 80-run mark. But at the moment, he's batting at a runner ball, and it's very slow given the circumstances. 55 for 5, all the 5s on the board. Edward into Calendar, short, and Calendar is a short lifting delivery outside off, and Calendar is looking to hit this one, making no contact again. Another dot delivery from Tariq Edward. Tariq is redeeming himself in this over. Edward into Calendar, and this time another shortish delivery. Calendar is looking to heave it again into the mid-wicket region, but not making any.
Born from the same soil, growing stronger.
Raised of our own sweat and toil, doing it together.
Our bank for you and me,
taking us forward so proudly. First National Bank, the best of who we are.
First National Bank, together we'll go far. The pride of St. Lucia, here to stay.
Growing up, growing stronger, it's a First National way.
Every day we're making better, faster and smarter, convenience like no other.
First National Bank, the best of who we are. First National Bank, together we'll go far. We'll go far. For decades every day, it's clear, it's true. First National Bank, we're here for you.
It will be Kristen Jules to take up the attack from the commentary booth and the media center, and Jules into English outside edge, heading towards Ferdman, and it will go finish outside edge from English. He goes over the boundary, 4 more to the total. The score moves on to 59. Paying off the outside edge. English looking to play into the onside, but he comes off the outside edge, and he's rewarded with a boundary down to third man.
Yes, a very interesting shot there. Interesting result there for English.
Jules into English, giving him the charge, and again off the outside edge. Again, the outside edge. English seem to have perfected that particular shot, looking to hit into the onside and getting the outside edge down to third man.
Yes, that must be a new shot invented by English.
That's the English. I'm not sure he would be happy with us referring to this one as the English, but it's 72 in a row. It looks like English has gotten that one down pat, hitting, well, feigning hitting into the onside and running it down to the third man. It's Jules to continue, and he will be bowling to Calendar. Calendar has called for the helmet with the return of Jules. And Calendar giving him the charge. A good stick there from Serrier. That ball was flying. And Gavin Serrier Jr., a good take from him. Calendar giving Jules the charge and not making any contact.
Yes, this one went at a good pace and really steep bounce. And Gavin Serrier Jr. making a good effort in collecting this one. If not, it had 4 written all over it.
All over it. 60 for 5 at the moment. Calendar batting on 8, and Jules into Calendar again. That nagging and short delivery, and Calendar is playing underneath that ball and missing it, goes through to Serrier. And Kirsten Jules is in the middle of a very good over. Kirsten Jules, 1.4, 2 wickets for 13. Good returns again. He is joining Lansami and keeping it really, really tight, tightening the screws. And Calendar, this one is into the pads. It might have come off the inside edge, onto the pads, and down towards third man inside the circle. Short third man, and they come through for 1. The score moves on by 1 to 61. And Greg Wilson, uncharacteristic of Colina's Calendar.
Very much so. Calendar really struggling out in the middle, has faced some 13 deliveries for just 9 runs.
And Jules looking to tighten the screws again. This time, English makes contact. It's high in the air and it lands safe in between the converging fielders, 3 of them, and they come through for 1. Over number 9 comes to a close, 62 for 5. 62 for 5. English is on 16 from 14, and Paulina's Calendar batting on 9 from 13 deliveries. A good spell there coming to a close from Jules Redwoodson.
Yes, Jules, just 15 runs coming off his 2 overs. Certainly they continue to keep a tight rein on the South Castries Lions with just 1 over remaining. Just 65 on 62 on the board, so they would be well short of where they would have wanted to be rivals, and they would have even done well to perhaps even to get to 80 runs.
Getting to 80 would be considered a real bonus for them at this time. It looks like it is Shalry, Michael Shalry, to continue from the players' pavilion end, and he will be bowling to English. Let's see if English has anything in store for him. 6 deliveries to go in the inning. 62 for 5. Shalry, and this one is bouncing well fielded there at a shot of fine leg. Shalry, English is pulling and moving well at short fine leg, doing a fantastic save, diving away to his left and restricting them to just 1.
Yes, good effort there by Mervyn Wells at short fine leg, but let's bring Cornelius Calendar into strike, and one would hope with 5 deliveries on the board, he certainly need a few maximum to get his team to a respectable score.
63 for 5. English is on 17 from 17. Calendar again outside off. This one is wide outside off. Shalry is keeping it away from Calendar, but Calendar again is looking to hit, not making any contact. He's stepping towards the off stump, not making any contact. He would have better served playing the rump on this one.
Yes, ball wide outside your son, perhaps the best shot. Look to perhaps cut over Footman region.
And Shalry again into Calendar, and Calendar a swing and a miss. This Calendar is looking out of sorts. He's now still batting on 9 from some 14 balls. Very low strike rate, 64.29 from Calendar, and the run rate is a measly 6.86. Again, Shalry moves in to Calendar. And short again. This time he makes contact out towards the mid-wicket, wideish mid-wicket as a cow corner area. And 1-2 bounces to the fielder. They come through for 1, and that's all there will be. 1. Calendar moves to 10 from 15 balls. The score moves on to 65 for 5. Calendar is on 10, English on 17. English is on strike now. 3 deliveries to go in the innings. Michael Shalry looks to restrict them to something less than 70, and shots and lifting delivery outside off. English is looking to pull but cannot make any contact. This is too pacey for him. English.
Yes, Shalry certainly having played 3 games prior to this one, knows what the condition is like, and the shorter or back of a length delivery, he has used it to good effect.
Shalry again. Is it going to be back of a length? Will he bring it up to English? Shalry, back of a length again. This time he makes contact and down to backward point, deep backward point, and they come through for 1. That's all there will be. The score moves on by 1 to 66. And 66 for 5. The English moves on to 18. The Calendar is on 10. He's on strike now, and he will be facing up to the last delivery of the innings. Calendar on 10 from 15 balls. Not a very good strike rate from Calendar at all.
Not a good strike rate at all, just 66.67.
28 from 30, a partnership of 28 from 32, and English being the dominant partner, but they are taking way too many deliveries. Calendar, final delivery, and he's swinging. This time he makes contact out towards a long off. The fielder comes off the rope. They come for one, they come for the second, and they're in for the second. They're looking for the third, and Calendar will be run out. Calendar is run out. English was not interested in the third.
There was never a third
There was
run.
never a third. Calendar is a run out. The very tight final over from Shalwi. Michael Shalwi kept them quiet. He could not find a boundary in the final over, Greg Wilson.
Yes, good effort there by the Micoud Eagles. Certainly, Captain Darren Samir would be pleased with the effort, but one must be very disappointing batting from the South Castries Lions, especially the pair out there, English and Collinas Calendar, soak up too many deliveries. Collinas Calendar some 16 deliveries for just 12 runs, and English 17 deliveries for 18 runs. So certainly with just 68 runs on the board, one would certainly favor the Micoud Eagles to get that sort of total.
Hi, I'm Tedison John of the Tedison John Project. Even when we're not rehearsing, we stay connected. Flow makes it easy with Flow bundle plans. My mobile phone, internet broadband to download and send files, my home office fixed line. All the services I need in one place. And guess what? The more services you use, the less you pay. Yep, get more and pay less. Guys, you can't go wrong on this one. Bundle today.
I have always lived along the coast of Labrie, and I could vividly recall as a little girl seeing the turtles making their way to the ocean. But my mother always reminded me that we need to protect our turtles. And as a teacher today, I try as much as possible to educate my students about the importance of protecting our natural resources, most especially our turtles. That's my library.
Have you ever wondered how money can work for you? At Fix, we offer several investment options that can do just that. One option is the fixed deposit, which is a short-term investment where funds are deposited for a minimum of 1 year at an attractive rate, better than anywhere else. The fixed deposit is unique and tailored for both individuals and institutional investors, and gives you the option to reinvest for another period after maturity. For more information, call Fix today at 458-8700 or 458-8740, or email Fix at info@fixlimited.com. Fix, firm and upright.
Get more with our Massey card. One card, many locations for your rewards. Earn points at all Massey stores and Massey card partners island-wide and watch your points grow. Visit our customer service desk at Massey stores or www.masseycard.com for more information. Enjoy the many benefits that only your Massey card can bring.
Well, I'm sure that Darren Sammy has pointed that out. There's no pressure at all. We don't have to, bat too conservatively and get way below the very average rate needed. Gabriel is going to start. And Charles will be in strike. The left-hander, Gabriel goes in to Charles, and Charles gets a wayward delivery. Down the leg side, tries to clip it away. It makes no contact, almost giving him a free hit. But he knows he's got to bowl it again. And what a day this has been. If you tell anybody who didn't see the weather that we had an awful overcast conditions, that's outside the off stump and cut away well off the back foot, 4 runs. So good start by Micoud. Lovely looking shot. Nice flowing left-hander. They say that one of the strongest areas of a left-hander is that shot off the back for true point. Greg?
Yes, I think most left-hander, if not all of them, really love that ball in that area. And on this occasion, Xavier Gabriel just shot outside your stump. And Sylvain Charles did not need a second invitation. He struck this one beautifully for 4.
So, Gabriel to Charles once more. And almost, well, decided not to deliver. He felt he might be about to bowl or no ball, didn't let it go. If the left-hander strong area is true backward point, what's the strong area of the right-hander?
I think the right-hander loves to go for the cover.
Through extra cover, mid-off?
Yeah.
That's a good delivery, choking the batsman slightly as he tried to just push it out in the offside. Not in a position to try and cut at that. So a good comeback by Charles, a dot ball. As Gabriel, a little hop in the action as he comes into Charles. Charles cuts away and caught its cover. Really short and hammered it straight to cover. So Gabriel has picked up his first scalp. A disappointing end for Charles.
Yes, Sylvain Charles getting one shot outside your stump, really looking to cut, but really should have looked to go aerial more with this shot, Reds, but hitting it straight to Wade Clovis at short cover, and he was out for 4.
Well, it's a small score. They're chasing 6-9, but you think the Micoud side will expect a little more from Charles?
Well, based on what we've heard from the captain, he has really asked his players to go out there and express themselves. They're going to be playing positive cricket. So I guess that is what he has gone out there to do. It's a small score, but if they could get out to a flyer, it means that they could take the game away from South Castries line as quickly as possible.
Yes, but in that case there, short, he had options of where to hit it.
Yes, just when the shot selection was probably wrong. You should have just looked to uppercut because the ball was always traveling up.
So 5 for 1. Gabriel is happy. He's got 1 for 5. As Sexios plays a little defensive shot, looking quite stylish, and he pushed that down towards mid-on, rotates the strike. Total moves to 5 for 1 as Wells yet to get off the mark. And there's a slip for Wells. There's a wide third man, a backward point, extra cover mid-off, mid-on, fine leg, backward square in the boundary. Gabriel goes in and plays that off the back foot with the shot, kind of hard to describe.
Almost horizontal bat.
Yeah, horizontal bat. Unless it came on to him much faster than he expected, Greg.
Yes, Xavier Gabriel is still one of the faster bowlers we have on island.
He's halfway through his approach as he goes in, encouraged by that. A stop edge out to mid-wicket, mid-on comes around. And it's 1 to the total. So 6 for 1 after the end of the first over. I think Sammy would have liked to be somewhere around 10 for 10 without loss. But it's 7 for 1. 7 for 1 at the end of the first over. Water and veggies will come from the pavilion and spin.
More pace, Reds.
More pace. Pace in your waist, as they say. So more pace. And Greg is predicting they're chasing 69. 69.
Chauvin Leo.
And it's Going to be Leo.
11.
Quite slim.
That's
Trusted by Sammy.
Aaron Joseph is 26.
To continue.
Aaron Joseph.
And there's a Johnson Charles has got a slip. And slip, third man, backward point, cover, mid-off. Very orthodox. That's wayward delivery outside the off stump. And the umpire doesn't have any difficulty in judging it was a wide. 8 without loss. Leo just need to adjust. Let's see how he will do on this occasion. Well, no better. Second wide. And giving away extras. Total moves up to 9 without loss. Need to get the radar really adjusted. Can't say, well, you know, it's wet in the outfield and picking up moisture. This ground is drying quite fast for the late afternoon sun. Leo goes in. Oh, lovely, elegant shot. Square drive, going into the rope, bending at the knees and playing a lovely looking little car looper in the making there. Beautiful shot. And 4 to the target. And 13 for 1. Nice, elegant.
Yes, it's nice, elegant shot there by Moving Wells. Leo on this occasion just over pitching this one, but wide outside the off stump. And all Wells had to do was get back to it and just get it into the vacant area for 4.
Wells 5 waits and give him a chance there. Keeper dived across, but he got the glove fit. Didn't make an effort. It wasn't to his right. It was something where it was directly to wide for a slip. And more runs here for the Micoud Eagles as they're 17 without loss. A ball that really didn't deserve a wicket.
Yes, wide delivery there.
Goes in, and another wide delivery. And Johnson Charles could not be happy with this at all. This is wayward bowling. More to the total, 18 for 1. You only scored 68, and you don't want to give the game away.
No, Reds, too many extras, especially Leo. With his action, I suspect is contributing to the wides.
He's going to run the wicket, maybe to try and get the target. And that's nicely hit down towards mid-off, but the ball is going too quickly to look for the single. So it remains on 18 for 1. This is over number 2. Over number 2. We'll soon start telling you about the matches tomorrow as I hand over my sheet to Greg, who can concentrate on that. That hit high in the air, a chance for a catch, 2 men going, and no communication, both of them pulling out at the last minute. Nobody shouting, mine, leave it alone, I've got it. And
would have been out, Reds, no ball. Yes. Umpire Darius has signaled a free hit.
Well, I did follow the ball. It was a top edge that dropped between the fine leg and the third man, but then Greg picked up it was a no ball. And that will be very close to wide, coming around the wicket. So 1 for 21 with the no ball. The tournament continues tomorrow, and we'll be looking at the lineup tomorrow as new teams will be displaying their skills. This is an edge past the keeper again, but this time no chance of a catch. Just a single. Single moves it to 22 for 1. 22 for 1. Series 1. Wells 12. Yes is 1, Wells is 12. 1.5 overs bowled. And Leo around the wicket. Slides off the face of the bat and backward point could get down to it. And signal to end the over. So after 2 overs, wanting 6 to 9 for victory.
It's my life and I want more. More time, more power. Pay my Lucy like bill isn't hard. I pay with credit or debit card. Pay direct to Lucy like my account. I have the power, yeah. Pay online to Lucy like my account. Anywhere, any day, any hour. Lights are on at home. No more standing in line. No more worrying about my bill. Now I'm all paid up. Got more time to chill, yeah, yeah. Pay my Lucy like bill isn't hard. I pay with credit or debit card.
Him to have players in catching position, especially a slip fielder, as you saw in that last over there from Sherwin Leo. At least 2 of the deliveries that were edge would have gone straight to the slip fielder.
Yep, definitely. For a slip, would have been taken that very easily. Keeper was asked to cover a lot of area. He might have gotten the tip of the fingers, but a vain effort. So the third over upcoming, 24 for 1. Wells is 12 in strike. 6 years on 3. No slip, just to underscore the point that Greg made. That's down the leg side, and an appeal wasn't taken by the keeper, let me say. But the way how the bowler was jumping up and down, as if he certainly felt there was some bat there.
Yes, certainly there was some bad rest because the ball actually went over the shoulder of the batsman, and it was not signaled wide. So certainly there was some bat involved or some gloves.
So Castries waits. That's trying to clip it off the back foot. Lucia 3, very close to him. He didn't have a lot of width with that, and bowled it quite quick.
Yes, Daniel Jabatis certainly could generate a fair bit of pace. Right?
So Serio waits for him to come in. This delivery tucks it away on the onside. It looks to be more of a touch player. As he rotates the strike, moves to 4, and Wells comes up into the striking position on 13. A nice little dab at the square leg.
Yes, good touch there by Gavin Serie Jr.
We'll be halfway through the third over. As Wells pulls at that, miscues it, but still gets a single of the inner part of the bat down to its square leg. So again, the strike is rotated. Yes. Nice, pleasant afternoon is rolling out to be. As Baptiste running in, and delivery which is played back to him. Dot ball. 1 for 27. 1 for 27. They're not going helter-skelter. They're taking their time about his target.
Yes, right. So with a moderate score, 60 odd to get.
27 for 1. And this is again another dot ball. And at the end of that over, we've had 3 completed over, needing 69 for victory. The Micoud Eagles are flying quietly above ground at 27 for 1.
Yes, good over there by Daniel Jabatis, only conceding 3 runs. Certainly the previous over by Leo, that was very expensive, some 14 runs, so he sort of brought things back a bit, but they would need quite a few overs like this, right, if they are to really make a match of the a game out of this.
Yes, they need at this point, the next 2 overs, to maybe average about 4 runs given away. So eight runs off 12 balls can just keep them in the game somewhat. But there's nothing like wickets falling to build a bit of pressure. So we have the left-handed. Well, I was more worried about the ball. He seemed to slip to the ground.
Yes, he just lost his footing.
So Edmonds just seems to having a little bit of trouble with his boot as he takes off. I think, well, he's
changing boot for one of the fielders.
Yes, there's an exchange. He's gone for more secured pair.
Might very well be a case of him bowling with half spikes, Reds. And if you're a bowler, your heel would be part of your feet that would be landing first. And if you have...
Hi, I'm Tedison John of the Tedison John Project. Even when we're not rehearsing, we stay connected. Flow makes it easy with Flow bundle plans. My mobile phone, internet broadband to download and send files, my home office fixed line. All the services I need in one place. And guess what? The more services you use, the less.
Edmonds, lively, balls into the body, and they're looking for the impossible single. The bowler himself is quite lively. Seems to have a nice left arm over action.
Yes, Reds. I think this is the first time I'm really seeing this youngster.
And he marches back to his mark, but still we have seen no slip. So no support. And that's clipped away, kept down towards backward point. They will scamper a single of a half stop. So 28 for 1. He's starting to climb into the fourth over. He goes back to his mark. Left arm very lively approach. That's in the air, lost the bat. Someone is gonna maybe catch it. The keeper does, and that's almost an unusual dismissal. It was very short. He looked to work it on the onside, lost the bat as the replay shows now, and easy catch to the keeper. So the Eagles have lost their third wicket, 3 for 29. Are we seeing a tight finish here, Greg?
Yes, very soft dismissal there by Gavin Siri Jr. Ball, that was pitch shot, but did not really climb, did not make the sort of bounce that he anticipated. And he was into the shot long before the ball came, and he lost the bat, although he got a top edge and presented a relatively easy catch to the wicketkeeper.
Yes, disappointing way to get out. And 3 for 29. As Darren Sabine decides that he's going to come high in the order. Somebody wants to make sure that he leads the side home. But pretty short length on the previous ball. So it's 29 on the board. Sabi just laps it around. Very short, all the time in the world to pick it up and just laps it around. And the total goes to 30 for 2. 30 for 2. Still low slip. As Wells is now back in strike. And left arm medium fast comes into Wells. Wells plays the fine leg, but can't get a single, and the ball is running much too quickly to look for the single. Getting a little overcast again. We did get the sun a while back. Last ball of the fourth over, that's cut hard into the ground and taken by the keeper. So the end of the fourth over. After 4 overs, the Eagles chasing a 69 for victory at 30 for 2.
Yes, another good.
Today, I would like to introduce you to the fixed special deposit. What's so special about this deposit? It is all about you, the customer. The interest rates and maturity periods are negotiable. That's how special this is. The special deposit instrument was designed to meet the needs of those who cannot be accommodated within the existing investment options. For more information on our special deposit and other investments, call Fix today at 458-8700 or 458-8740 or email Fix at info@fixlimited.com. Fix, firm and
in strike, getting a single and hitting that in the air is going to drop safe over the head of the square leg and nowhere near the man rushing off the boundary, attacking it. Picked up his second run, Sammy. Wells is 15 coming to strike. And Jean-Baptiste back to his mark. So Sammy 2, Wells 15, 2 for 31 over number 5 starting, and that dropped short of the keeper and will be signaled now as 4 byes. Certainly Duggan very short, and the keeper maybe moving to a combination of two things, moving too far left and maybe the ball just swinging back a bit, Greg.
Yes, keeper certainly moved way down the leg side. Ball swung back and actually deep on him as well.
It was rushed up to 35 for 2, which helps Micoud. They were starting to see the rate climb a bit. Jean-Baptiste comes in. Wells is swinging that. Square leg stops it. Just a single. Had to get down on his all fours. Stopping it. 36 for 2. Jean-Baptiste bowling with a fair amount of pace. He's going to bowl to Sammy with the keeper standing back, but we have not seen a slip, which will be a discussion point. That's short and Sammy swings it high, really launching in to the shot. Ball pitch seaming into the hip. And Sammy playing with the pace of the ball plus the wind, hitting that sweetly. And the total goes to 42 for 2. And Sammy moves to 8.
Yes, Jean-Baptiste on this occasion, really not an effort delivery, right? That was just in the act for Sammy, and Sammy, you could have seen clearly was planted on the back foot, waiting perhaps for a short pitch delivery, and he just swung with this one, and it went with the wind, whatever little that is there, into the Johnson Charles stand.
Scoring is picked up, 2 for 42, 4 overs bowled. Delivery, you like the shot, and over the head of the square leg. Short delivery, and Sammy really, food for drink. And hitting that high over square leg for yet another 6 as he races a 14. And all of a sudden, 2 for 48, they're well back on track.
Yes, Captain Sammy really out there, and like they say, really taking the bull by the horn. And he's making sure that they get to the required.
Jean-Baptiste just too short. No pitches up, driven hard by Sammy for a signal down towards the mid-off area, the mid-off right back on the edge of the circle. So Sammy 15, Wells is 16. Sammy has got there very quickly. Wells 18 deliveries. So not as productive as they will want. As the 5th over is completed, time for me to vacate my broadcast position and more more from Greg, and then it will be.
Yes, Captain Darren Samir really came in the fifth overs in hitting Jabatis for 2 consecutive sixes. Jabatis very expensive in the fifth over, some 19 runs coming off this over.
And this one, Aaron Joseph will continue from the players' pavilion end. And Captain Darren Samir injecting some life into the chase as he came in and took Jabatis for a couple of sixes. Jabatis on the short side. Young Aaron Joseph, former national under 15 bowler, and he's short on this occasion. Sammy working this one behind square. Nixon Edmund comes from square leg, deep square leg, and cuts this one off not before Darren Sammy Sr. comes through for second run. The score moves on to 51. 50 coming up in the sixth over for the Micoud Eagles, and the Eagles are soaring. 51 for 2. Sammy is on 17. Wells is on 16. Joseph moves in and bowls again to Sammy and short on this one. Sammy is trying to pull this one, but it just held back a bit, a little slower than Sammy thought it was coming. Greg Wilson.
Yes, a little on the slow side. Sammy into the shot much earlier than he would have wanted, but no run resulting.
A good thing he didn't time it well. The mid-on fielder was looking, and young Joseph is causing some problems with the pace. This one again, Sammy is looking to just push it over the infield, over the offside, and just peeling off the inside edge, missing the stump. And luckily for him, wicketkeeper Leo comes around as the fielding. They come through for 1. The score moves on by 1 to 52. Sammy has moved very quickly to 18 from 9 balls, and Wells is driving square of the wicket, and the fielder comes off the rope at a point, a backward point, and they come through for 1. The score moves on by 1 to 53. Moving Wells is on 17 from 17 balls. Sammy is on 18 from 9. Young Joseph at the top of his mark, and he is looking to stop the flow of runs from the bat of Darren Sammy. And this one is short. Sammy is getting under it. It's high in the air. Is it going to? It just drops into the field, and they come through for the second run. We are seeing the ball stopping again. Greg Wilson.
Yes, the sort of piece that young Joseph.
I grew up very proud of the lighthouse. Our teacher, Mr. Kenneth, would take us there every year on field trips, explaining to us that we boast the second highest lighthouse in the world. But for me, it is the breathtaking view overlooking the southern part of the island. Mullah Sheikh, that's my view fort.
Main draw. They had the 3 victories in the qualifiers, and now into the main draw, looking very comfortable, well poised to get over the line, with Captain Darren Sammy batting on a 20, and that 20 has come off 9-10 balls, with his partner Moving Wells batting on a runner ball 17. The score is 17-55 for 2, and it looks like Captain Johnson Charles has taken his ball. We haven't seen any spinner on for the Lions. Johnson Charles is roaring this time.
Yes, Johnson Charles figures as captain. If it has to be done, he has to lead by example, and I guess hence the reason why he has decided to take his ball. Johnson Charles can be a very good simmer. I've seen him in the past, very diminutive, but yeah, he could be deceptive as well.
Johnson Charles into moving shots and through to wicket keeper Leo. Moving Wells is looking at the square leg umpire, hoping that the square leg umpire would rule in his favor, but not to be on this occasion. Johnson Charles, we've seen him before with the ball. He can be pretty nippy, very deceptive, as well. He's bustling in, and this time he's well wide, and keeper Leo skips across and moving Charles shoulders, moving Wells shoulders, arms, and this one goes through to the keeper. The umpire signals wide. The score moves on to 56 for 2. Moving Wells on 17, Darren Summy on 20, and into the onside. They come through for 1, and that's all there will be as the fielder shot mid-wicket stops that ball, stop on his knees, and return to the bowler's end, where Moving Wells is home safely. Darren Summy faces up, captain to captain. Johnson Charles to Darren Summy, and this one is shot high in the air, and fielders English under it. English, a valiant effort from English, but it was always going away from him with the wind. Valiant effort there from English. Greg Wilson.
Yes, valiant effort there from the youngster, but it was always going to be a challenging effort there for him. The ball was always moving away, and more so to his left. So certainly he did put in the last minute dive, but to no avail. Darren Summy getting a chance.
Darren Summy, you could consider that a lie. He moves on to 21. The score 58 for 2. Charles into Wells, and this one is kind of keeping low outside off, and it might have been a slower delivery. And Johnson Charles just getting this one to, it did not bounce as Moving Wells anticipated it would have, and it goes through to Leo. The score remains on 58 for 2. 21 to Summy, 18 to Wells. He faces up to Charles, and this one is wide outside off, and Mafre signals the wide as Leo collects and returns to the bowler. Charles trying to make some inroads as he sees the chance of a victory slipping away from the Lions, and the Eagles is just beginning to fly away with it. Moving, this one is shot outside off, and Moving is pushing into the offside, where Clovis comes around into the cover region and does the fielding. No run resulting. The score remains on 59 for 2. Wells remains on 18 from 21 deliveries. He's been the glue that kept it together in these innings. Darren Summy, a quick fire 21. Wells is swinging at a short lifting delivery outside off stump, and Darren Summy says, hold your horses, young man. The Eagles are not flying in this direction. The over comes to a close, 59 for 2. Johnson Charles bowling a sort of a tight over on this occasion. Greg Wilson.
Yes, only conceding some 4 runs. So he really want to keep things on a tight rate, but the Micoud Eagles haven't lost just 2 wickets. Clivers, they certainly could up the ante at any given point in time, and it's only 18 legal deliveries remaining, and with 10 of 18, you would certainly favor the Micoud Eagles, to pull it off.
The Eagles are flying very high. Looks like Gabriel. Xavier Gabriel.
No, that's Leo.
That's Leo. Leo? Yeah. Siobhan Leo will continue, and to Darren Summy, he shot a lifting delivery outside off stump, but Darren Summy looked at it and lets it go through to wicket keeper Noel Leo. Leo bowls, and Leo behind the stumps. Summy 18 short lifting delivery wide outside off stump again, and Summy fetches it and decides against it at the last minute. The score moves on to 69 runs needed. Just 9 runs to win this one for the Eagles.
Yes, Eagles certainly on course to pull off a victory.
Leo moves into Summy full, and Summy is surprised by the full delivery. He just drops the bat on it. A slower ball attempt from Leo, and this one is deceiving Darren Summy. He's still bewildered as he thought it was a full toss, but he never picked up the pace. Well, these guys slow a ball from Leo as he moves in again to Sammy short, and this one is in the air towards third man. Joseph sits under it and takes a comfortable catch. The slow ball, Leo has been able to successfully work out Darren Sammy in this over.
Yes, short outside the off stump, but certainly did not have a sort of pace. Darren Sammy thought that it had for years, looking to uppercut this one over the Footman region, but fell very short on the fielder Joseph coming in and took a very comfortable catch.
Comfortable catch by young Aaron Joseph to dismiss Darren Sammy, but the damage has been done. Darren Sammy 21 from 14. The damage has been done. With a mere 9 runs required, you'd think that the Micoud Eagles should get over the line.
Yes, they certainly are in a comfortable position to win this game. I don't think they're going to be panicking at this stage. The likes of Open Wells is still out in the middle, and with the likes of Mulan Sami still, I think he has just come at the crease, number 25. So there's still enough firepower to win this game easily.
There's still a lot in the hurt for Micoud Eagles, and Leo into Wells, and Wells is pushing this one into the offside and comes through for 2. The score moves on by 2 to 62. Some 7 runs to go. We have some hot encounters, and Mervyn Wells is pulling through the mid-wicket area, short mid-wicket, making an attempt, and Mervyn Wells is pulling out towards the boundary. He gets the boundary, 66 for 3. A mere 3 runs to win this one.
Yes, Leo short outside your stump, and Mervyn Wells getting into position, pulling this one, but Xavier Gabriel late to react in the short mid-wicket area, and this one just goes past him into the boundary for 4.
As Leo comes in, full delivery to Mervyn Wells, wraps him. He's bowled. Oh, wow.
Down the leg side.
Down the leg side. Mervyn Wells stepping into the line of this one, and his leg stump is paying the price. He's pegged back. A full delivery. It's a full toss around his legs. He's been bowled around his legs. Mervyn Wells step inside the line, looking to work this one down towards the fine leg region, and he's been bowled.
Yes, very unfortunate. Full toss moving.
Get more with our Massey card. One card, many locations for your rewards. Earn points at all Massey stores and Massey card partners island-wide and watch your points grow. Visit our customer service desk at Massey stores or www.masseycard.com for more information. Enjoy the many benefits that only your Massey card can bring.
But certainly we saw towards the back end of the tournament last year, they had some good performances. And Babono, Soufre again were fortunate enough to have gone through the qualifiers, so they have had some sort of match practice.
Certainly, and we will see them coming up against Babono as Irvin Frederick. Irvin Frederick will join Mervyn Wells, and at the end of the 8th over, 66 for 4. 66 for 4. Mervyn Wells falling at the end of the 8th over with 12 balls to go, 3 runs to get. I'm not sure we will go the full distance in this one, Greg Wilson.
Well, Xavier Gabriel might just have other ideas, but certainly one would think that it might be all over by the shouting in this over.
It may very well be all over in this one ball, judging by how Merlan Sami deals in this form of the game. And Merlan Sami, speaking of how he deals, he's hitting this one out towards the boundary in the extra cover region. He come through for 1. There was a chance of a run out. they come through for the second run, and Merlin Sami adding 2 scores a level now with 8.1 overs gone, 68 for 4. Merlin Sami has hit 2 of the first delivery that he's faced. Irvin Frederick is on 0. He might not get a chance. Xavier Gabriel may have other ideas. He wants to see the back of Merlin Sami as quickly as possible, maybe in this ball. But Merlin Sami may have other ideas. Xavier Gabriel bowls him, and this one is short, lifting delivery, and it's called a wide. Goes to the boundary. It's all over in this one delivery.
Yes, it's all over.
It's all over and finishes. This is the second time we've seen matches finishing with extras, right?
Yes, there was the one in particular that finished with 3 wides, 3 consecutive wides.
It had us having a little bit more than a chuckle in the commentary booth there. But just want to remind you that the 2021 Dream 11 T10 St. Lucia Blast is brought to you with the kind compliments of our title sponsor, Dream 11, Calabash TV and All Bees Media, Flow, Made in Paradise, Scott's Sports and Awards, the Trophy Center, Blue Waters, the official water of the 2021 Dream 11 St. Lucia Blast, Full 100, First National Bank, Kendall M. Gill Chambers. These are our sponsors as the teams do exchange pleasantries towards the end of the game. The Eagles have soared this afternoon, Greg Wilson.
Yes, certainly they are flying really high. Darren Sami would be very proud of the performance of his team. First with the ball, they were clinical, and with the bats, a little wobble, but they got over the line quite comfortably.
Certainly, and of course, the Lions did not row this afternoon from the losing of Johnson Charles very early. They were never able to recover from that.
Yes, the South Castries Lions certainly did not put up the sort of batting performance that one would have expected. But having said that, they are missing some key players, the likes of Tony Simon, who's always reliable, and Alex Antoine. But certainly they did not put up the sort of numbers that they would have wanted to be competitive against the Micoud Eagles.
We saw the likes of Colinas Calendar definitely not coming to the party as we await our on-field crew who will be doing the interviews for the captains. We'll be talking to the captains, and we have Johnson Charles and Darren Sami out with our on-field crew. Let's hear from the horse's mouth what transpired on the field today, Greg Wilson.
Jono, certainly not the start you were looking for?
Definitely not. You would love to start on a winning note, and didn't come off today. But going forward, we'll analyze our mistakes and come better.
From your just a cursory assessment so far, what do you think you need to start working on almost immediately?
Well, there is no time to work on, but we just have to better. Definitely our catching, our fielding has to improve. I felt that if our catching was on point today, we would have had a fighting chance, a much better fighting chance, but it wasn't, and we have to work on it very quick.
And of course you have to get into the game as well.
Oh, definitely. I really wanted to get some runs, but unfortunately didn't happen today.
As defending champions, you have a way of getting back?
Definitely. Last year we lost the game, and we are defending champions, so it's never you never want to lose, but you know that once you have a loss, then it's winning from there.
All right, good luck for the other matches.
Thanks.
You're already predicting the finals, Sammy?
No, look, that's just a franchise I played for all my life in First Division cricket. So to move to my hometown, it was always going to be a challenge against them. But credit must go to the boys, the way, they bowled and fielded, and to restrict them to 69 was a very good effort.
Are you getting into the kind of match fitness, the team that you've been looking for? You've had a few successes so far.
Yeah, I think, like I said before, the more the tournament progresses, the better the cricket should get, because now guys are getting back into the groove of things. And my team, we're fortunate that we played in the qualifiers. We get to know what the pitch is like, and we have more information than they do, you know. But I expect a team like South Castries to bounce back. But for us, we just keep on focusing on our own strategies and stuff in the dressing room, and hopefully we could continue executing our plans.
Now that you've played the defending champions, does it get easier from here on?
No. T10, the teams are closer competitively, you know, and we won't take any team for granted. Every game is presents a different opportunity, and yeah, that's what we look to do. Play the opposition, play the circumstances on the day.
And you won't worry at all about the grass being wet and so on?
For my spinners, yeah, that's why if you see today, I only used 2 overs of spin. You know, the Pacers came in. You know, we got a very balanced team. Lance Sammy bowled extremely well. You know, there was a question whether he should play or Travis Gifford, but he came in and, you know, he did the job for us. We've gotten performances from different people, but, you know, like I said, I'm really proud of how the guys played today.
Congratulations, all the best.
Thank you very much.
There you have it. You've heard it from our 2 captains who needs to go back to the drawing board, who needs to keep doing what they're doing. Just to inform you that the games will be on. Today's games will be Babano coming up against Sulphur City Stars. So that's happening tomorrow in game 1. 2 very exciting games coming up tomorrow, and we look forward to that. We'll take some comments from Greg Wilson, and then we call it a day.
Yes, we had a very exciting match. The first one, Grizzly versus Swizzle, and South Castries versus Micoud really did not live up to the sort of build up their sort of expectation. But this is the nature of cricket, and South Castries Lion, certainly as the captain said, would want to bounce back. So as you did indicate, tomorrow we're looking at, you know, match 9 and 10, and hopefully we could have 2 exciting games tomorrow.
2 exciting games. Dream 11's T10 St. Lucia Blast continues, and we invite you to watch the games this evening and to tune in tomorrow to 2 very exciting matches. Calabash TV, from our producers here and the commentary booth, would like to thank you for being with us today and invite you to be with us tomorrow.
Let me ask you a question there. Again,
Hi, I'm Tedison John of the Tedison